If you are in the market for a new laptop and you want to stay with Windows 10, then Microsoft might have the perfect product for you, introducing their new Surface laptop. Let's go ahead and check it out. Let's go ahead and talk tech specs of the system itself. Software-wise, it'll be running Windows 10 S, which is essentially a slimmed-down version of the default Windows 10. If you are unhappy with this, you can update to Windows 10 Pro for free through the end of 2017. Moving along to the display on the system, we see that it is available in a 13.5-inch Pixel Sense display. The resolution is 2256 by 1504 with a 201 pixel per inch. The aspect ratio is 3:2 with 3.4 million pixels. You can use your Surface Pen on it, and it enables a 10-point multi-touch and is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass. Moving along to the processor, we have a 7th generation Intel Core i5 or Intel Core i7 powering these machines. Unfortunately, you can only get the Core i7 if you buy the platinum colored edition of the device. I'll go into more detail on this issue later on. As far as memory goes, the options are 4GB, 8GB, or 16GB of RAM. As far as storage is concerned, you can only get a solid state drive with the options of 128GB, 256GB, or 512GB, and these options are different depending on what color you choose. As far as graphics are concerned on these machines, the i5 has Intel HD 620, while the i7 has Intel Iris Plus graphics 640. Under the audio section of these machines, we see that they have camera, video, and audio, of course. They have Windows Hello for signing in, which is amazing. They have a 720p HD camera that's front-facing. They have stereo microphones. They have omnisonic speakers with Dolby Audio Premium and a 3.5mm headphone jack. Kudos to Microsoft for that. Now, as far as ports go, it has a single USB 3.0 port, a headset jack port, a mini display port, a 3.5mm AV port. It can connect to Microsoft Surface Connect, which is essentially the fancy name for their dock, so that you can get more USB 3.0 ports, HDMI ports, Ethernet ports, things like that, and it is compatible with the Microsoft Surface dial. Now, as far as wireless communications are concerned, it has 802.11 AC Wi-Fi, it's also compatible with ABG and N, and it'll have Bluetooth 4.0 LE. And finally, we are on to the battery life itself. Microsoft claims it has up to 14.5 hours of solid video playback. The dimensions are listed down below. Again, this is a small laptop, so it is what it is, and the total weight of it is 2.76 pounds. The available colors for the system are Platinum, which is the default that has the most upgrades, Graphite Gold, Cobalt Blue, and Burgundy. I think it's safe to say that Microsoft is playing it a little safe here, but these are colors and shades that I believe that most people will enjoy, so who knows, this could actually be a very good thing, and this carries over into their keyboards perfectly. The style of their keyboards is very unique. It is covered with a cloth-based material that is laser cut around each key. Now, this provides high durability for the laptop itself, resistant from scratches and everything because it's no metal, but the cloth is apparently durable enough to last a very long time. This laptop is already getting a fair amount of hate for the design being fairly similar to that of Apple's MacBook series laptops. This isn't necessarily a bad thing though, because the style and who it is marketed towards makes perfect sense. This is actually marketed toward college students, which you can see here and also here. Now let's go ahead and move on to my one gripe of this laptop. Microsoft claims that the Surface laptop complements your own personal style and that you can customize it in a multiple way of combinations to fit your personal style. However, that clearly doesn't seem to be true. Taking a quick look at what bundles Microsoft actually offers, I've come to the conclusion that there are actually 7 total variable combinations. They show 4 here. Let's go ahead and start with the i5. This is the entry level price of $999, 128GB SSD, 4 gigs of RAM, Intel HD graphics, 620. If you notice the color can only be in platinum. You have to upgrade to the $1,300 version to even have the option of any of the other colors. And get this, on the i7 versions, if you notice the colors, you can only get an i7 CPU if you buy the platinum colored laptop. You can't choose what color that you want, and on those, you can't even choose the specific amount of storage or RAM that you want. To confirm this, all you have to do is go to Microsoft's website and try to customize one of these colored laptops yourself. You clearly can't. They're limited to only the i5, 8GB of RAM, and a 256GB SSD. This is reaffirmed again by scrolling down to the bottom of the customization webpage, and you can see number 2 here that clearly states colors available on i5 7200U 8GB 256GB models only, and that certain stores will only have certain colors. Let's say you do want to go ahead and purchase the platinum colored Surface laptop. Well, you're in luck, because this actually offers the most customization of any of the colors. This offers the i5, the i7, the 4 gigs, the 8 gigs, the 16 gigs of RAM, and a 256GB SSD. However, it is a little worrisome that the 512GB isn't showing up on any of the variants right now, but this can possibly change in the future along with any of this. Now, I'm sure that Microsoft in the future will fully enable customization on all the colored variants, along with maxing out the customization options available on the Platinum Edition. I would personally love to see a fully decked out cobalt blue version. That's just me. I would love to see the different customization options though come to the colored variants. All around, this seems like an absolutely amazing laptop for a college student that doesn't need too much computing power, doesn't need to do too many things at one single time, things of that nature. However, the price point is definitely that of like Apple pricing point, and as a college student you don't have that much money, so with them marketing this towards college students, they might lose a big chunk of their audience right there alone, but I guess time will see. In the end, I'm going to hold Microsoft responsible for their actions on this. They promise that the laptop will be yours to match your personality, and in the end, I'm going to hold them to it. So hopefully they do that, and hopefully I can actually see that in person. So this has been Keith for the KTR. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.